You can break a wine glass without hitting it. Well, by hitting it with your voice. Resonance is pervasive in nature. Sometimes we don't notice it, but it is so pervasive in nature that very many technologies depend on it. I said in the morning that Pastor asked me to preach about operating system. I said, "Oh, Basim Lowo." I used to be a broadcast engineer, so to say, Basim Lowo. Ask me to talk about resonance. Every broadcasting station that you hear is an expression of resonance. The reason why you hear a broadcasting station is that you have tuned either your radio or your television to the frequency from which that station is producing their own broadcast. If you are sitting down at your desk, working, doing something really, really serious, and your neighbor is playing some music, which you are not giving attention to, but after some time, you find yourself moving to that music, you are resonating. Many years ago, I was in the UK to visit a friend, an old neighbor, was one of my father's staff. He was the vicar of a church in a place in London called Latimer Road. Latimer Road is at the center of the area where they hold the Notting Hill Gate Carnival every year. And he was running a lost children group for the Notting Hill Gate Carnival and invited me to join them. And I was there. If you see a child crying, you bring them there, make announcements. If you're looking for your child, come to the church hall of Latimer Road Methodist Church. You will find them there. And after some time, he said, today don't you want to go and see a bit of the activities? So I went. And this was the year when this, maybe we'll know your age if you know this, when this popular song came, Don't Blame the Youth. And the heavy one, I say, I will know your age. So the young boys and they were playing. I said, so that's this band. And I went there and I watched them. And after some time, other bands came and other bands came. Well, maybe you don't notice, I don't dance too much. I'm a bit stolid. I pretend sometimes, but I don't. Dance is not really my thing. So I was watching this band, and the song they were singing, I didn't really find inspiring. But there was a characteristic smell in the air. And after some time, I started moving. And I thought to myself, Tunde, is this you? And when I realized what was happening, I realized that I was being inspired by marijuana to resonate to some music I don't listen to normally. So I quietly left the place before I start misbehaving. So, you may not have total control over what you resonate to. That is why you need to align. Aligning is deliberate choice of what you allow yourself to resonate to. As we are sitting down here, there are at least 1,000 television and radio stations all around our heads. The reason why we don't hear them, the reason why we don't see them is because we are not aligned to the frequency. thousands upon thousands, from all over the world. Even maritime signal, it's ship on the Atlantic Ocean signaling to one another. Their signals are getting here. But we don't hear them because we are not aligned to them. Let me be like Pastor, who once in a while demonstrate to us that he's a real person. Do you remember Lagbaja's Kokon below? You remember Shebi Naija niye o sisi. Ojewa npajo lekun bi oyinbo. That is because you are in dissonance. Okay, you didn't get it. Lagbaja went on to say, Owo gba Lesha, ese gba Pota, ori wa mi dugbe bi tagama. Is that how to dance? That is misalignment to the music. See, Pastor breeds sheep like him. I listen to secular music. Lagbaja happens to be my friend. He visits me on my birthday. So, all that you need for resonance to happen is to be aligned. If there is alignment, there will be resonance. Remember, resonance is to respond sympathetically to some other impulse. And that's why we need to be careful as what we align to. But yet, it is important, it is of utmost importance to be aligned. Because alignment can be voluntary and it can be forced. It is usually a lot more productive when it is voluntary. When it is forced, well, there's a lot of force here and there, there's resistance and all that. But at the end of the day, alignment is a very, very powerful natural phenomenon that brings about God's purpose. And that's why the Bible, talking about alignment in Amos 3, verse 3, asks the rhetorical question, can two work together except they be in agreement? They cannot work together except they are in alignment.